Okay, still on section 7.5, we're going to do the samples under example number 3. So if we're looking at this, sample A says 3 radical over s squared, or the third. Okay, so using our format, with the bottom number goes outside and the top number is on the inside. Or you can just remember this, but, bottom. So s is our variable, and we know there's a fraction because we have this squared and radical of 3 or whatever, so that goes on the bottom, and on top goes the 2. So this is the bottom number, and this is the top number. Okay? We can do the same with this, except 12 pulls out in front. The bottom number is going to be our 3, and our top number is going to be our 4. Oops. Okay? So bottom number, top number. And there you simplified this to x to the 4/3. What happens when we have parentheses? Okay? So this, when there is no number, it means square root. Square root, cubed root, times 5. Well, when we have the brackets, that means it's doing it to everything. So you can actually go and break it apart. So you can say it is 4/5 times y to the 5th. Remember? Because we can take the 5 and bring it down. But before you do that, there's a little trick on this. You can actually take this square root and put it into the 4, so it's already done. Okay? Meaning, I can do the square root of 4, and that goes to 5. Or I can just say 2 to the 5ths, and then I'm going y to the 5ths. I can multiply that out though. So 2 to the 5th is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. 32 y, but you have to remember this is still under the square root. I got that out from underneath the square root. This one was still underneath it because it needed to go with both of them. So then you have y to the top one is the 5, and the bottom is our understood 2. Okay, so going through that again, you're taking this, you want your 5 between it, but then you can also look at it as that, so that you're doing 2 separate ones. You're doing this, which can be 2 to the 5th, and then your y to the 5 will be done later. You can simplify it as 2 to the 5th is 32, y is the 5, which is our top number, and square root, understood, is the bottom number. All right, let's do this one then. 256 a to the 8th. So you can break that down. 4th radical of 256, and then your 4th radical of a to the 8th. It's all over that, so you can put them separate, similar to this. So now we're just going to try and find what goes in 4 times. So I'm seeing even numbers, and I know 2 isn't it, but let's try 4. So 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. That would be 16 times 16. works out. 16 times 16. 6 times 6 is 36. Carry, 6 times 1 is 6, that's 9. 96. 1 times both of the 10, so we carry that. Oh, and look, it is 256. 6, 15, carry the 1, 2. 256. So this is 4 cubed. Or 4 to the 4th radical. This would be A, and here we go, our top bottom again. So it's 4 eighths. Just as any good fraction, you can simplify that. So you go 4A to the, whoops, top is 8. Top, bottom, and then A to squared. Okay, there you go. Those are the samples.